Tales of the Empire is boring. Thanks for watching. Well, in all seriousness, the series is just a massive disappointment when compared to Tales of the Jedi, where they had a strong, interesting story with Count Dooku as the main focus, and Ahsoka's story which just sort of, I guess, was like a sort of like palate cleanser in a sort of way. But in the end, Tales of the Jedi was interesting. It was a hit. In Tales of the Empire, we get really none of that. We get 3 episodes with Morgan Elsbeth, who I think no one really gives a shit about, especially now since we all saw her die in Ahsoka, the fucking show, right? Unless they bring her back using Night Sister magics or whatever, right? Then the next 3 are about Barriss. Barriss, the girl who framed Ahsoka for her crime of bombing the Jedi Temple and how she became an Inquisitor for a short time before abandoning it to be a lone Jedi again. Look, I really don't give a shit about Barriss, so this doesn't really appeal to me because she went ahead, for one, try to go ahead and hold my girl Ahsoka, and 2, she's just not an interesting character. Maybe if they built her up a lot more back in the past during the Clone Wars show. Like, I know they showed her, she was best friends with Ahsoka, they got trapped in that tank or whatever, and that's as far as I remember, honestly, when it comes to Barriss. I know there was like another episode or 2, but I just don't give a shit about her. She there's no purpose for her being like a protagonist in the show, and it's just frustrating. It's annoying. The issue here for me personally, and I think it really resonates with a lot of people when it comes to this series, is that the series didn't really focus on no one we really care about. Can you really imagine, can you imagine an episode where Tarkin and his crew of bounty hunters hunt down Vader, but the tables get turned on them, and Vader's hunting them down, and slowly but surely is reaching towards Tarkin and fucking them up without his lightsaber, for that matter? That would fucking slap. That would be fucking amazing. Imagine an episode where Vader's constructing his Sith palace on Mustafar, or Mustafar, however you want to say it, right? And fights Momin, an old Sith Lord, and gets visions of like his whole past and everything. Oh my god, that shit would be fucking, it would slap. It would be fucking amazing. It would be fucking epic just for him to also just vibe in his palace and just sort of reach into the Force and reach into a potential reality where, you know, everything was different. That would be fucking amazing to see. Which at the very end would piss off Vader even more because that's not his reality. He would be upset by it. And man, there could have been so much potential with this series, but they just went with Morgan and Barriss. Just why? Another story they could have done, like imagine like the event where during the war both Luke and Vader crash into each other and crash on a nearby planet, only for Vader to be greeted by an army, only to say his badass line of, and I quote, "All I am surrounded by is fear and dead men." And we watch him, you know, destroy a whole bunch of rebels and tanks and fuck them up, right? That would be fucking amazing. That would be baller. That would be incredible to see. Like, we could have had a Boba Fett and Vader interacting sort of like storyline as well. For fuck's sake, we could have had Vader bleeding his kyber crystal for the first time and becoming a true Sith. That would be entirely fun to see, interesting to watch. However, we did not get that. We could have had some really neat stuff here. If the sequel trilogy wasn't so shit and made Luke a lonely old man, we could have had an episode where he met Mara Jade. That would have been fucking baller as fuck, right? Instead, we got 6 episodes with 3 goes to 2 individuals that really don't have a big position in the Empire themselves, like literally at all. And I would have loved to see Thrawn decimate the rebels and his colleagues in stories where he is the clear winner because he absolutely demolishes them. That would have been fun as hell to see as well. But these people would rather focus on 2 people no one really gives a fuck about. 2 fucking side characters no one gives a real damn about. And why? I don't know. Like what are we doing here? What are you guys, the people in charge, doing here? Like, wouldn't cool ass stories like what I explained before, and showing Vader meeting the Inquisitors for the first time, I know they sort of did here, but you know, like I guess the original members. I don't remember. I remember seeing him meeting the Inquisitors for the first time and maiming them, right? But it's just, I don't know. Like, especially with Varys, she became, I guess, an original member of the Inquisitors, I suppose. But I guess, like, I don't know, like it's so damn flimsy with how she gave up so quickly, and it's just laughable. Like, who the fuck chose her? Like, the trial she went through literally means nothing. She killed a another person for nothing. The series is just a massive disappointment. It's like that trial. It means nothing. Like you can go about your day not giving a fuck about this entire series. You don't even need to watch it to really care about it. But when it comes to Tales of the Jedi, like everyone, like a lot of people like Count Dooku. And we never really saw like sort of how he fell to the dark side and like his perspective, like when he was younger. Like, that was interesting to see a prominent character in Star Wars and how he got to where he was when we met him in the Clone Wars and in the live action movies and so on. That is cool. So yeah, the series is a massive disappointment. How the fuck do you fuck up so bad when you could have had literal gold? Like, just telling Vader stories. Like, that's all you really needed to do, is just Vader stories. Like, come on now. And with that being said, and I don't know, everyone, tell me your thoughts on Tales of the Empire. Did you like it? Tell me why. If you don't, tell me why. I'd love to hear all your thoughts and opinions about Tales of the Empire. Did I say Jedi earlier? I don't remember. It's just I just finally watched it, and I'm just so annoyed by it because I spent time. I know the episodes are short, but I spent time wanting to go ahead and watch it and enjoy it because it's Tales of the Empire. There should be some cool shit here, but as I just explained, it's just disappointing. So that's all from me. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you all so much for the support, and see you guys next time. Stay safe and healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. See you guys later.